India has made an important agreement with Iran regarding Chabahar Port. Under the agreement, India will handle all the operations of Chabahar Port for the next 10 years. Hello, welcome to India World Insight channel. In today's video, we will talk about the Chabahar Port Deal between India and Iran, for which the US has even warned India of sanctions. And how this deal is also a strong answer to China's Belt and Road Initiative. We are going to talk about the strategic location, importance of Chabahar Port and the full details of this deal. So let's start the video, but before that, there is a reminder for you that you must subscribe to the channel because you will keep getting such great videos on our channel. Videos were not coming on the channel for some days, but what can I do? You people only watch the videos, do not subscribe to the channel nor share it with friends, hence the motivation reduces a bit. If you people keep your love on this channel, then we will keep bringing videos for you daily. So let's start the video for now. First of all, let us tell you what is this whole deal. India's Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal gave information about this deal with Iran. He said that India will operate Chabahar's Shahid Beheshti terminal for 10 years. He has described this agreement as a historic moment for India-Iran relations and regional connectivity. This agreement has been made between India's Indio Ports Global Limited, IPGL, and Iran's Ports and Maritime Organization, PMO. IPGL has been created to operate ports outside India. This is the first time that an Indian government company will handle a port abroad. By the way, you must know that India's private company Adani Ports owns Israel's Haifa port, Sri Lanka and recently Vietnam have also finalized the deal for investment in ports. Under the Chabahar Port Deal, India's IPGL will invest $120 million. Apart from this, a loan of $250 million will also be given. In this way, the total value of this entire agreement is $370 million. India was already handling the operations of Chabahar Port's Shahid Beheshti terminal. But this was a short-term agreement. It had to be renewed from time to time. But now a long-term agreement has been signed for 10 years. An agreement was signed between India and Iran in 2016 to handle the operations of Chabahar Port's Shahid Beheshti terminal. But now this new agreement will replace it. But America is also furious over the deal with Iran. America warned that any country doing business deal with Iran will have to bear the risk of sanctions. Let us know what is Chabahar Port and what is its location. Chabahar falls in Sistan-Baluchistan province on the southern coast of Iran. Iran's Chabahar port is about 1,000 kilometers from Kandla port in Gujarat and 1,500 kilometers from Mumbai. Chabahar port has two terminals. First, Shahid Kalantari and second, Shahid Beheshti. India handles the work of Shahid Beheshti. The first agreement between India and Iran regarding Chabahar port was signed in 2003. Then in May 2016, when PM Modi visited Iran, he announced an investment of $550 million. India's IPGL took over the work of this port for the first time in late 2018. India has so far sent 2.5 million tons of wheat and 2,000 tons of pulses to Afghanistan through Chabahar port. Let us know why Chabahar port is so important. The location of Chabahar port makes it very important from a strategic point of view. Chabahar is located on the border with Pakistan. And it is also close to the Gwadar port being built in Pakistan. When China started building Gwadar port under the Belt and Road Initiative, the importance of Chabahar port automatically increased. Chabahar port is an important means for India's direct access to Iran and Afghanistan. The biggest advantage of Chabahar port will be that India will be able to reach Iran and Central Asia by bypassing Pakistan. Not only this, Chabahar port will also be connected to the International North-South Transport Corridor, INSTC. Under this corridor, a 7,200 kilometers long network of ships rail and road will be created to India, Iran, Afghanistan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Russia, Central Asia and Europe. This will also make India's access to Europe and Russia easier. But why will India's investment be a setback for China and Pakistan? This agreement between India and Iran is being considered a setback for China and Pakistan. China is building Gwadar Port in Pakistan. The distance between Gwadar Port and Chabahar Port by road is 400 kilometers. Whereas, this distance through the sea is around 100 kilometers. Due to China's presence in Gwadar Port, India's presence in Chabahar Port is beneficial. India's presence in Chabahar Port will give a strong answer to the mobilization of China and Pakistan. Under this long-term agreement between India and Iran regarding Chabahar Port, India will handle the operations of Iran's Chabahar Port for the next 10 years. But this deal is not just for 10 years. Actually, this deal is an auto-renewal deal, which after 10 years will be auto-renewed for the next 10 years. If the relations between India and Iran remain good for a long time, then this deal will also keep getting auto-renewed. This deal is like a geopolitical setback for China and Pakistan, because China is already developing Gwadar Port in Pakistan, which is very close to Chabahar Port. I have already told you, and China wants to trade all over the world through this route, but now India can easily send its goods to the entire Middle East and Europe through Chabahar Port and can also trade easily with these countries. Due to this, Pakistan's imports get a setback, and at the same time a competition also comes up for China. Because it is world famous that Chinese goods are cheap and the quality of those which are cheap is very poor. And many countries are not happy with China's policies and hence do not want to trade with China. So India will be ready as a huge competition for them. But America has warned about this, that if you make any deal with Iran then we will impose sanctions on you. But I want to tell you one fact, that this is not a new deal. This deal is the same as the old deal with some improvements for which America had already given a waiver. The only difference between this deal and the old deal for which India had received a waiver is that some new clauses have been added to it, which have been made a little more favorable for India, so that the port can be accessed more easily, and there is also talk of auto-renewal for 10 years and some investment, because if there is a port then it has to be developed with time because things keep expanding with time, so all these things have been implemented in the new deal with a little change. And America has also warned India of sanctions regarding this because America does not want India to make any investment in Iran. But since India has already invested in the project, it is obvious that it will develop it now, and even earlier America was with India regarding Chabahar Port. What do you think? Will America impose sanctions on India due to this deal, or will America spoil its relationship with such an important country in Indo-Pacific due to a deal which is also necessary to counter China? Write your opinion in the comment section. That's all for today's video. See you in the next video. Join our channel for such insightful knowledge, and if you like this information, please click the like button. If you have any suggestion, tell us in the comment. Also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Jai Hind.